event's been going on since 1999. There's actually two devotees we had, Maipu Madhav Das and Hema Radhika Mataji. They decided that they wanted to do this 24-hour kirtan in our temple. Our temple's very small, and the temple president was like, oh, is this going to be possible? We've got neighbors nearby. I don't think it's a good idea. Why don't you just do 12 hours? But they were adamant to do a 24-hour kirtan. So with a lot of persuasion, it started. So it only started with a handful of devotees, just local devotees. There's one person that's been coming since the start. His name's Madhava Prabhu, who you'll see later on the kirtan. And he's been coming since the start of it. So with him and a few local devotees, it all started up. Year, it's starting to expand. So before this year, as the Prabhuji before was saying, it's like a milestone. It's becoming to thousands of devotees coming. Before we used to actually, with the thank of Balaji Temple in Trivandrum, they actually let us have one of the halls to do the kirtans. But unfortunately, even that hall is becoming too small. So now we're over here. So each year it seems to be getting bigger and bigger.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
My name is Sachinandan Swami. I was born in Germany And at a quite young age, I met my spiritual master and then studied the scriptures. And I was actually translating the Bhagavad Gita from English into the sweet German language. I have been founding a few projects, amongst them Yoga as Music, an initiative which brings the singing of the Lord's name into the yoga scene, farm communities, and am now presently working on a life school called the Vedic Way. I'm traveling all over the world and enjoy coming to Great Britain, although sometimes the sun is not visible. Therefore, I guess we want to bring another sun, a spiritual sun here, the sun of the Lord's holy name, which brings some spiritual relief by its soothing rays into the hearts of the people. A speciality in this event is really that people come together, even interfaith groups come together, MPs are here, all kinds of people, and not just Hare Krishna believers. They all come together and they sing the holy names for 24 hours. I feel this sets a very positive and very let me say, clear sign into our society. It puts, so to say, the soul back into the human being's heart. The soul is a part of God, and the natural, joyful activity of the soul is to praise Him in love. So we are doing something so soul-like, or so soully, so soully and so holy, as to sing for 24 hours just the holy names. That it is truly remarkable. It is a sacrifice. It is a marathon, a holy marathon, a sacred assembly which is created. And as I said, this is noticed all over Britain and also all over the world. You might have seen all these cameras in there. These are cameras from one internet TV, Mayapur TV, which is feeding many computers all over the world. You will be happy to hear that 2 years ago there was even a Bedouin, an Arab, singing along with this event in his little tent in the desert. So it's an event which doesn't only take place here in the four walls of the hall, but it takes place in many houses, many locations, many countries all over the world by the help of the internet. So what is so special? It is just the divine presence of the Lord is invoked when many people come and worship Him by singing His holy name. And where the Lord is present, I mean, that's all attractive. People come as numerous as bees are coming once the lid is screwed off a honey glass. This event is visited by a few interfaith groups. In fact, in this room, there was yesterday an interfaith convention where Buddhists, Christians, Muslims, and Hindus were discussing a very important question for them: what has given us faith in the spiritual path? And so I felt very happy that this event took place here while in the hall the singing was going on. It showed that now people outside our community of Krishna conscious devotees see the benefit of Krishna consciousness as something which is universal. That's very important. If religions nowadays do not recognize the value in each other, they miss a huge chance, which I think God will never forgive. They miss the chance to make the world better in a spiritual and religious way by cooperating together on this mighty task. So yes, starting from this time, or more precisely yesterday, a great number of outside people have taken that notice. Everyone is welcome for this. We want it to be as broad and as universal and as welcoming as possible, because I think those who have studied the Hindu scriptures know that there is a concept called Vasudeva Kutumbakam, that is, we are all one big family as human beings, that the children of the Supreme Lord. And that is very important for us to give that a practical expression. And this event is such a practical forum. People take with them a divine echo which resonates in them for many days to come and keeps on inspiring them. See, we all as human beings have the ability to respond to the call of the Lord, and that will resonate in us. Like the sympathetic strings in the sitar, you play one sound, ping, and then all these small strings begin to awaken and make their sound, bing, 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 and echo to the melody string. In the same way, we human beings can echo or resound to the divine sound of the Lord. And that is, I think, what they take with them, and a divine echo, something which stays with them, which reverberates in them, and which blesses and empowers them for for many days, weeks, months, sometimes years to come. And then they come back to refresh themselves to the event, and I will positively come next year again and refresh and recharge my batteries. And I hope many of our viewers can take the opportunity to peek in, to enjoy a little bit of our hospitality, and also see how the divine echo is awakened within them.
This event is really a community event. It's something that we get together and chant together, and it really helps to inspire each other, help us to realize what our purpose being a family is, being a community. We're remembering God, remembering Krishna, and having a wonderful time as well, singing, dancing, just really celebrating. It's really wonderful.
I love coming to these events because, you know, we all live busy lives. It's great to get away from work as much as possible and just spend some time doing something spiritual. You know, you've got your material life, your family life, your work life, and this is, for me, my spiritual life. So I really get nourished by coming to this and chanting with so many people. It's really nice.
I feel very grateful that I'm able to chant Hare Krishna amongst so many thousands of people. There's actually, I think there's 1,000 people in that room right now that are chanting Hare Krishna together. The energy in the room is very, this undescribable. You can't really describe it, but it's a feeling of happiness, and it's very divine actually.
It's probably the highlight of the year. I wait for it. I wait for this day to come the whole year, because it's a joyous event and I enjoy it so thoroughly. So yeah, it's very important that I attend the whole 24 hours.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
My final message is a very thought-provoking message. Once a saint said, in our hearts there are two dogs fighting. And he asked the question, who of the two dogs will win? He looked at his audience, and the audience said, what, two dogs fighting in the heart? That's a very unusual concept. And who will win? We don't know. And then the saint said, the one will win whom you give food. In the same way as in this analogy, where there are two dogs fighting, there are two sides in each human being. One side which is very much turning towards the material, which is very interested in material things, and one side which is turning towards divine things, towards God. And these sides are sometimes fighting. So my message is, give the right side food, the divine side food, and you will see that it will celebrate a victory over all your bad qualities. You just need to feed the divine side in you.